Coming up on the Pushback for the week of October 30th on Indie Air. A look at just how safe Stony Brook University is, and a review of the comeback song from Adele, Hello.
Amiibo, Nintendo's widely popular interactive figure that's compatible with both their Wii U and new Nintendo 3DS video game consoles, has fallen under harsh criticism for its lack of stock in certain figures, and why you should listen to our Dream's new EP, It's Such a Beautiful Day. I'm Lawrence Nzuve.
And I'm Kayla Schultz. All that and more on this week's edition of the Pushback on Indie Air. After the recent school shooting at Umpqua Community College, President Obama commented that similar shootings happened every few months in America. Given the frequency and severity of the murders, one has to wonder how safe college campuses truly are. Throughout the country, crime has been decreasing over the past few years. This is true even for colleges like Stony Brook University, which had a 25% decrease in crime from 2011 to 2013, according to the Annual Security and Fire Report, also known as the Clary Report. The Clary Report is a mandatory record of crime and fires on campus that is published each year. The report is part of the Jean Clary Act, which Connie and Howard Clary created in 1990. 14 years after the rape and murder of their 19-year-old daughter Jean in her room at Lehigh University. Assistant Chief of Stony Brook University Police Neil Farrell said the university's decrease in crime can be attributed to many factors: increased education programs, increased enforcement, and increased use of available technology. In 2011, the Clary Report stated that Stony Brook University had 582 crimes, while in 2013, the number had fallen to 445. Of the crimes on the Clary Report, approximately 80% were referrals or arrests because of drugs and alcohol. Farrell concluded that partnering with the campus community is an essential part to providing a safe and secure learning environment, and that it is imperative for this partnership to continue and to grow in order to keep Stony Brook University as safe as possible.
A Toys R Us employee saunters out the front door to a familiar sight on September 11 at 8:45 a.m. Another line of customers waiting for the doors to open at 9 a.m. This time, it was to pick up the latest wave of Amiibos by Nintendo. This time, however, the employee had good news, he said. The comic-based Toys R Us received 11 of each Amiibo, and over 100 of their store-exclusive Bros JR, which is much better than the average 2 of each regular Amiibos, and 20 of their store-exclusive Green Ninja they received in their last wave on May 29. This news delighted most of the that 7 people in line, though some were still unhappy. Amiibo, Nintendo's widely popular interactive figure line that's compatible with both their Wii U and new Nintendo 3DS video game consoles, has fallen under harsh criticism for its lack of stock on certain figures. Xena, one of the figures released on May 29, has been given the unicorn status by the Amiibo Reddit, which in collector's terms means it's almost impossible to find the retail price of $12.99. However, with this recent wave, Nintendo has gotten a better grasp on the stock issue. Some of the Amiibos they've released are still available to purchase at some stores. The next wave of Amiibo contains the Mii Gunner, Sword Fighter, and Brawler figures, and will be sold exclusively at Toys R Us in what's called the Mii Perk. Pre-orders are not available, and all the figures will be in stores on November 1.
In that moment that you hear it, a beautiful sound that at first seems calming, but like lit dynamite on the Hoover Dam of your emotional stability, it blows it all to pieces and you'll remember everything. That is what Adele does for a living. Her songs unearth the emotions we always said didn't bother us anymore. As much as you don't want to admit it, you missed the cathartic nights of sobbing and listening to Someone Like You since Adele has been off the map. But sigh no more, friends, because Adele is back, and she is as brooding as ever with her new single, Hello. The song plays out like a phone call that one would make to an old friend or flame that promises to unravel pent-up sentiment. This is an honest emotion that we all have to come to terms with at some point, that people we were hoping would still be around when we were ready might have moved on. It calls into question the idea of time heals all wounds, and how at times that is the most unbelievable statement ever spoken. The mid-20s of any person are a pivotal moment in which the individual begins to settle into who they are. If this album is to encapsulate that critical jump from 21 to 25, this album may be Adele's best yet.
Matt Politowski is a musician who isn't afraid to indulge in more than one taste. The Boston-based musician's main focus is his band, Animal Flag, an indie rock band with a touch of alternative country in the style of Wilco, Bright Eyes, or Ryan Adams. However, this artist isn't content with being classified in just the sound. Behind the scenes, Politonsky has been working on an electronic project under the name Bad Dreams. This is not an entirely foreign concept to the artist. In 2013, he released an album as Animal Flag titled The Sounds of Sleep, which has a heavy draw from produced electronic music. The artist also released a drone instrumental EP early in August titled Big Country 2000. This week, he released a Project Sound EP, It's Such a Beautiful Day, which shows the artist making fun yet emotional sound electronic music. The sound on the album does get a bit repetitive at times. However, it's a reason for the listener to really dig deeper as to the message the songs are getting across. The only other fault on the album is that it ended too quickly. It was a fun listen that leaves the listener wanting more. Matt Politonsky is not an artist you want to lose track of, and his music will always keep you guessing.
And that's it for this week's edition of The Pushback. For more on these stories and others, visit us on www.sbindependent.org, follow us on Twitter @SBI News, and like the Stony Brook Independent Facebook page. For The Pushback on Indie Air, I'm Kayla Schultz.
And I'm Lawrence Nzuve. Thanks for listening.